Hey, it's Insane Rider. Welcome to the channel, The Budget Gamer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending where you are in the globe. I've got a good one for you tonight. I'm excited to dive in and get started. Just a couple of quick cross checks on my hardware, and we're going to be off and rolling. Okay, everything's looking good. Got everything in place. So tonight I'm going to start off with a viewer request. Had a request to demonstrate a retreat deck. I was actually given the cards to play. So I've gone ahead and built the cards. Giovanni was the one who sent it over to me. So I'm hoping that he'll be on to kind of walk me through. I had a few questions on it. I'm just getting my iPad ready to go right now, and I'll show you this deck. He might have a little bit of an explanation on how to best play it. I'm going to do the best I can. But basically, the concept of it is a retreat deck. Okay. I was a little rushed to get myself started here. So let me just get logged in. All right, let's start with the deck. I've got an overlay for it, so I'll go ahead and cover that overlay as well. So this viewer deck is 2 Finion, 2 Lumineon, 2 Staryu, 2 Starmie EX, I believe it's Starmie EX, 2 Articuno EX, and again, I believe that's also what he was asking for. 1 Eevee, wasn't sure which version of the Eevee and the Vaporeon. I went with the A1A versions. 2 Misty, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Giovanni. Let me go ahead and pull this up on my deck list here. And just give you a look here as well. So we got a couple Staryu, Finion, Lumineon, Vaporeon, Starmie EX, Articuno EX, Eevee, Pokeball, Professor's Research, Misty, and Giovanni. And then, like I said, I have a few questions. If he's on, I'll go ahead and get those clarifications. But if anyone wants to make any suggestions for decks they'd like to see play, you can go to my community channel, the community portion of my YouTube channel, and I have a post in there that basically inquires if anyone wants to share any decks that they want me to play, just to go ahead and leave them there. Also, in my community channel, I have listing for my Discord channel. So you could also contact me there and let me know what you'd like to see played, and I'll definitely include them in an upcoming stream. So with that, let me go ahead and let me show you one other deck we're going to check out tonight. So if you haven't turned into Limitless TCG, they had a tournament with 1,000. The largest tournament over the weekend was like 1,900 and some odd competitors. Almost broke the 2,000 competitor mark, so that's pretty amazing. We still are seeing Mewtwo EX Gardevoir in the up at the top. We're seeing still Pikachu EX Blitz with Zebstrika placing very well. Still seeing, Gyarados EX with Druddigon doing well. Like we saw last week, that was actually the most common deck build in the top 3% of Ursaday's tournament. And then some Charizard, Arcanine. But this week, there was a little bit of a difference. I saw one deck that came in 9th place, another one that was in the top 15, and a few other ones throughout the top 3 to 5%, and it was centered around Aerodactyl. Most of them were kind of like an Aerodactyl Primate build. Some of them were Aerodactyl Mew. So I've gone ahead and built out one of the decks, and I'm going to try this as well after we do the viewer's deck. And this deck is built with, this is an exact replica of the deck that came in 9th place. It was the highest placing in that really large tournament yesterday. But it basically had a 2 Mankey, 1 A1A version, one basic A1 version. No promo A Mankey that takes damage. It had 2 primate, both from the A1A. Let me check. I've actually got a overlay for that. Let's just double check. Yeah, it was 2 primate from A1A, 2 Aerodactyl EX, 2 Marshadows, has 1 Hitmonlee, and then 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, 2 Sabrina, 2 X-Speed, and obviously we need 2 Old Ambers for Aerodactyl. So that's going to be the second part of my stream. I'll move into that deck and we'll kind of play around with it. I'm sure I won't do it any justice like the person who got 9th. The person, I think they were in the top 15. But it'll be fun to kind of try out, and we can all see if it's something that looks interesting to us or not. So with that said, let me go ahead and go over to battles. I'm still just doing versus. I've been done with the 45 wins quite a while ago now. But it's the better place to find some competition. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go ahead. I've got my no retreat deck ready to go. And I'm going to give it a try. See if I can't figure out how to play this deck. And off to the races we go. So thanks again for joining. I really appreciate the subscribes and the watch time. Every day I'm working to improve my stream. So anything I can do, if you have any suggestions or input, please let me know. I actually will be posting my hardware configuration to my community page. Basically have it open and for view if anyone has any suggestions. If you have some experience with streaming, maybe you'll look at something and say, oh yeah, I did that, or I don't recommend this, or yeah, that's why you're having these issues. As well as if anyone out there is just kind of getting started, they can kind of take a look and see kind of a potential path to go down to get their technology stack ready to go. All right, so I'm going to put Articuno to the active spot. I'd assume I'd want to do that with Misty on my bench, Staryu to the bench, and Finion. I'll have to look how to pronunciate that one. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and start my battle. Let's see what we're up against. So I got a Magikarp in the front. So, you know, perhaps we're up against a Gyarados EX deck. Last night I played a fast play that centered around trying to get Gyarados fed with energy from Misty, using basically Fossils, Quick Discard, Chatot to recycle my hand. It was a lot of fun playing. Unfortunately, I probably didn't do that deck justice. I was probably 50-50, right around in that neighborhood for wins and losses. And I didn't do too bad, but I didn't do the greatest either. I think my biggest problem is Misty. I'm just horrible at coin flips when it comes to Misty. I think I had a huge 4 or 5 matches where Misty was tails right out of the gate every time. All right, so here goes my opponent. They're starting off with a heads. 2 heads for them. That's usually much better than I can do. All right, so my turn as well to try the same thing. So I've got 2 Misties. So we're going to go ahead and start to see if we can fire up this Articuno EX. So let's see what I get. Yep, here I go. Tails again. No different than last night. I guess I really shouldn't expect anything different. At this point, I'll go ahead and put this 1 energy on Articuno. And with that, I'll end my turn. I don't know what it is about Misty and me playing a deck with Misty, but I can't flip the coin to land on heads to save my life. There's Articuno to the front, just like we would think. That 3rd energy, Blizzard attack coming my way. Already my opponent's in the driver's seat just because of the Misty coin flip. That puts me down to 60. I got a Vaporeon, so I'm going to go ahead and do this evolution to Luminon. Or I should probably Lumineon. At least it looks like that's how you pronounce it. Attack does 50 points of damage for one of your opponents. One of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Alright, so we're going to have to see if Misty can help me out at all. There's a heads this time. All right, so she's powered me up with 4. I don't think I want to do a trade for trade. Although I could with 80 and 50 would be 30. So I think what I'm going to do now, I don't really, well, I still have enough energy to retreat. So I think what I'll do is I will retreat for 2 costs. And at this point, I'll put the Star U in. I'm going to go ahead and put a point of energy over on the Lumineon. And with that, I'll end my turn. Now, I know that Blizzard's a threat to me on the bench as well, so I'm going to have to deal with Articuno pretty quick. My opponent's got 2 Magikarps on their bench, so they're just 1 evolution away from Gyarados. Let's see if a Gyarados comes out or not. And another attack with Articuno. Alright, so Staryu's out. At this point, I'm still going to have to do a trade for trade, unfortunately. I just wish Misty would have helped me out a little sooner. Gonna go ahead and place this one there. I've got Eevee finally, so I'll go ahead and play that Eevee. So I'm definitely on the struggle bus right now. Here's an 80-point attack. At this point, my opponent will be able to do a 2-point EX score. I could have put Lumineon and kind of extended the game, but I'm basically just kind of giving them the game. At this point, having that extra strike against me, there's not a lot I could do. Misty just failed me. And a lot of these decks win or lose by how Misty does. Let me just make sure I get that overlaid. So this is again what I'm playing. 2 Finneon, 2 Lumineon, 2 Staryu, 2 Starmie EX, which was not even present. 2 Articuno, 1 A1A Eevee, 1 A1A Vaporeon, 2 Misty, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Giovanni. Alright. So we'll chalk that loss up to Misty. I could have swapped a couple other cards around, try to last a little bit longer, but feeling a little bummed with Misty failing me yet again. And with that, let's move on to the next match. So the idea of this, I'm just waiting to see if I can get Giovanni to connect. I've got a couple of message posts out to him on my community page. This is his request, wanted me to play this deck a little bit. Alright, so again, Articuno EX to the active spot. Pretty much a common occurrence when you got Articuno and Misty. And 1 Staryu to the bench. Looks like this time I'm sitting on some Starmies. With that, we'll go ahead and start the battle. Lumineon is a pretty good card. 50 points to the bench. Nothing too... not too shabby. Nothing to laugh at, that's for sure. Could definitely be a game changer. So, Eevee coming out to the front. With that, I have absolutely nothing else I can do, and I'll end my turn. So again, I'm going to play this retreat deck for about an hour. Give this water deck a try. In the second hour, I'm going to go ahead and transition over to the Aerodactyl deck that was so popular this weekend, yesterday. And then later in the week, I'll have a stream centered just around that deck. I'll cover, that'll probably be right after or before what's hot in the meta for the week, my typical videos, long form video that I produce. All right, so we go ahead and put a Starmie. And with that, I'm going to need some energy. I know this deck has some ability to retreat. So I know I'm sitting on a couple of... oh, actually, I'm looking at it right now. This deck doesn't. Okay. So with that, I'll probably go ahead. I have no real choice. Gonna put my Finneon on the bench. I'll give Articuno a point of energy. My opponent playing, looks like a Dragonite, a Dragon deck. Very nice. I just see water for their energy currently. And nothing else I can do at this point, so I'll go ahead and end my turn. So thanks for joining. I hope you will enjoy this stream. Watching this Viewer's Retreat deck. Articuno, EX to the active spot. Starmie, EX on the bench. I'm going to go ahead and do this Evolution. Lumineon. It's a great card. 2 energy. I'm looking at 50 points of damage to a benched Pokemon. However, right now I want to get to a position where I can do something with Articuno. And with that, I can go ahead and do an attack, Ice Wing, but that wall sitting there is always going to be a little bit of a threat. Dragonair on the back, so we know Dragonite's coming pretty soon. So I think with that, I'll go ahead and end my turn. If I'm going to attack the wall, I'd rather attack the wall with 80 attack and not with 40, because then I'm still looking at a little bit more damage to get through to it. So I'd rather not take a bunch of 20-point hits. There's Dragonite. See if Dragonite comes forward. My opponent hopefully has a leaf card. Typically when you're playing Druddigon, you want to have a leaf in your deck. Alright, so there's my Misty right there. So I think what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to go ahead and power up Articuno. I actually kind of want to retreat it back for a moment until Dragonite comes forward. But at the same time, Misty's usually not a big help for me. Alright, she gives me 1 energy. Not really anything to write home about, that's for sure. I don't have any X speeds in this deck. Viewer deck, suggested deck. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat back. Real quick, I got that Dragonite over here. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random 4 times. For each time a Pokemon chose, it does 50 points of damage. It's definitely a huge threat. So at this point, I'll go ahead and just stay where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and use Starmie. Just because it says that it's one of your opponents is chosen at random. And with that, I'm not going to really go for... Should I take that wall? If I get hit, looking at... I think I will go for it this time. Just because 2 hits is going to be 100, 3 hits is going to be 150, so I'm still susceptible to the 3 attacks. So I might will go ahead and attack right now. Druddigon's down to 20. Probably looking, yep, there's Leaf. Pretty much a given you need Leaf when you're playing Druddigon. There's Dragonite to the front. Got the old dragon match going here. And there's a pretty decent attack. Alright, so... And of course, Dragonite's not even an EX card, so I got a little bit of threat going here. I've got to... think what I'll do at this point. I've got Starmie on the ropes. I got Articuno on the ropes. Looking at an 80-point attack, followed probably by a 90-point attack. Got a Dratini in the back. So I think I'm going to give this point of energy to this Pokemon, just because that gives me more flexibility next turn when I move up. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and throw an attack on the Dragonite. I want to give them an opportunity to see where that attack goes. Okay, they use a potion, so I still held on my Giovanni, so I'm just in reach. That takes them out of reach. I'm assuming I'm going to have an attack. I'm going to be looking to... Oh, and they just won the match right there. Well, you can't beat random luck. So, good play on my opponent's part. And with that, another defeat. Okay, good job, Enzo. Got your Dragonite going. And with that, we'll go on to the next battle. So again, this is a viewer's deck submitted by a viewer named Giovanni. And so I'm giving it a try. I'm going to stream it for a little bit. I haven't seen Giovanni on, so hopefully Giovanni's on soon enough. Okay. Articuno to the active spot. And with that, that's all I can do. I know water decks are pretty common. Articunos, Starmie, Greninja. So pretty good decks and all. Especially Misty can be an overpowered card. And some trainers, some players actually feel it's an overpowered card. My personal opinion is it's not for me, just because I can never flip coins properly. Let's start off with a Pokeball. See if I can bring a little help to the bench. So I got Staryu. Staryu is going to go to the bench. I'm going to ask Professor's Research to help out. I could use a little bit more bench help. I got a Finneon. Okay, so Finneon to the bench. And I will go ahead and assign 1 point of energy to Articuno. And I'll end my turn. So thanks again for joining. So tonight, Pocket and Chill. Opportunity to visit with viewers, play some, maybe some random miscellaneous decks, do some viewer battles. Once trading is here, we'll be doing trading. But it is not a set agenda. Typically, a lot of the streams have a set agenda, but Pocket and Chill really is just about just kind of hanging out, playing some games online, letting viewers an opportunity to get in some matches, and just kind of enjoy the game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do an evolution of Finneon. I'll have to look that one up to Lumineon. Going to place a second one down on the bench. I've got a Starmie EX, so I'm going to go ahead and put Starmie EX into the active spot. At this point, I'm looking at a 40-point attack, so I'll go ahead and give Articuno. I need 2 energy anyway. And with that, Giovanni is only going to give me 10, so I'm not going to reach out and get to that one, so I'll go ahead and attack with an Ice Wing. My opponent's got a Articuno EX on the bench, and a Staryu as well. Neither of us have pulled a Misty card yet, and maybe this is the turn my opponent does. So they got an X speed, so they're going to go ahead and retreat back. Going to bring Staryu to the front. They still have an energy to sign, so if that turns into Starmie, we're looking at 90 points at least coming my way. And it does. And a second Staryu to the bench. I'd like to get my Lumineon with a point of energy. Alright, so there's a good attack there. So, I've got a second evolution going here. I'm going to go ahead and play this Professor's Research. An Eevee and a Vaporeon. Now, I can do a trade. I could do 80 points, lose my Articuno with another attack from Starmie, but it would be within 50. And I would have to get my other Starmie going, so I'm kind of short 1 energy at this point. Because if I use the other energy and I do a trade, I'm not going to have enough energy for Starmie. So I think what I'm going to do is I really have no choice. I'm going to go ahead and retreat back. And I'll pull one of these forward. Unfortunately, at 90 point damage from Starmie, I have no choice but to go ahead and put... I'm going to try to power Articuno back up for one more attack. At the same time, I'll probably put a little... I don't want to put too much energy in Lumineon. I want to use it, and I've got an opportunity back there. But I don't think it's going to last long enough. There's another 90-point attack. So my opponent's off to a great start. All right, so no energy on my Starmie, so it'd be a free shot. I'm doing everything I can. Got my EV, so I'm going to go and place my EV down on the bench. I'm going to move this energy over to Starmie. And with that, I'll end my turn. So I'm just trying to buy myself some time. I've had a couple hands dealt to me that haven't been the greatest. We got Frogadier in the back. Another Starmie EX fully ready to go. I'm struggling for getting my energies to where I need them. And another attack. So my opponent's definitely got the huge lead at this point. And with that, I don't have a whole lot else I can do. Starmie EX to the front. I'll place this RU on the bench. I'm going to go ahead and use a Vaporeon. I can pull with this ability energy from my benched Pokemon. That gives me 2 energy there. Now I'll go ahead at this point, place this point of energy back on. And I don't need that 3rd point of energy on Starmie. And I'm not going to use the retreat just because at 90, 90, 180, I don't need that Giovanni. So with that, I'll go ahead and attack. Now, fortunately, my opponent's got another Starmie ready to go. So this is a pretty much a loss. But okay, they got their Misty finally. Beautiful looking card. There's 1 heads, 2 heads. Greninja. And just waiting for them to most likely move that other Starmie to the active spot. They're just thinking through what they want to play. Little water shuriken. Probably the Articuno, yep. They're going to bring Articuno to the front. That will do 10 points, and that puts Greninja in the driver's seat to take out that other Pokemon. All right, so I think what I'll do with that, I'll go ahead and concede this match. It's a given. And I haven't seen Giovanni on, so viewer deck, thanks for submitting this deck. Let me go ahead and move on to the next deck at hand. Let me send a thanks real quick. So let's take a look at this deck. So this deck was the best placing deck in Ursa Day's tournament from yesterday. 9th place. It's got a little bit of spice to it. Mewtwo EX Gardevoir, Pikachu EX, Zebstrika were the main culprits for being at the top of the meta. I actually saw a Celebi EX superior deck kind of crack the top 10, top 15. And then, of course, Gyarados with Druddigon is prevalent again. But let's go ahead and take a look at this other deck. Let me bring the other overlay onto the stream. And with that, let's take a look. So this deck this is an exact replica of the top Aerodactyl EX deck. So it's going to have 2 Mankeys. And this trainer went with 1 Mankey from A1A and 1 Mankey from just a regular A1. Okay? They went 2 Primapes with both A1A. So it's not the Primate that does the 40 or 100, depending on if it's damaged, with 2 energy. It's this Primeape is a 1 energy 50 point punch. They went with Aerodactyl EX. They got 2 of those. And of course, we know Aerodactyl EX is a pretty great card. 2 Marshadows. Now, if you caught my stream the other night, I was playing a Marshadow-centric deck. I totally enjoyed playing that deck. A lot of fun. And it was a couple of Marshadows, couple of Hitmonlees. And I was just having a great time playing that deck. So 2 Marshadows in this deck. 1 Hitmonlee, who will help us go after retreating Pokemon. And then after that, we've got 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, 2 Sabrina, 2 X-Speeds, and 2 Old Amber for our Aerodactyl. So that's the deck. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Now, I haven't played this deck yet, so this is the first time I played it. So I don't necessarily know the strategy. All the cards are pretty common. So hopefully I can piece something together. And let's see how it goes. So if you're just tuning in, it's Pocket and Chill tonight. Just playing some different games. If any viewers want to play a match, you can let me know. But I don't have a specific agenda. Later this week, one of the agenda items for a live stream will be this Aerodactyl EX deck, and that will be the focus of the stream. Tonight, I'm just kind of testing it out. I haven't produced my What's Hot in the Meta for the week yet. I'll probably come out on Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, and my opponent conceded. So it might be one of those players. A lot of players have been commenting on social media that they're done with their 45 wins, so they just kind of get connected and then disconnect to give somebody else a win. Just kind of as a community give back. So I'm going to guess that Simoda, that's what Simoda was up to. All right, let's try this again. Hey, Peter. Welcome to the stream tonight. I just finished playing Giovanni's Retreat deck. Unfortunately, I didn't have very good luck with it. Now I'm moving on to... this will be the deck I'll highlight later, probably Tuesday or Wednesday in the week. It's a deck that in Ursa Day's Pocket tournament, it was the 9th place deck based off of over 1,900 and some odd participants, competitors. And it was the highest placing Aerodactyl EX deck. And there were a number of Aerodactyl EX showing up now. Not quite as dominant as what we saw last week with Gyarados EX Druddigon. But they were definitely some players out there knowing what they were doing and had a good showing with Aerodactyl EX. So tonight for my Pocket and Chill, I thought I would just go ahead and give this deck a try for a while. When I release my What's Hot in the Meta, this will be the highlighted deck, and we'll go into this deck a bit more detail later in the week. All right, so I got Mankey to the front, Hitmonlee, looking at another Dragon deck. All right, so Dratini on the bench, the wall up front. I'll go ahead and use a Pokeball. I'm looking for, I really want to get my Aerodactyl going. It's not going to happen, so 1 Marshadow. I'm going to have a good little, I'm going to ask Mankey. Mankey's got to worry about what's going on there, so Marshadow's going to get the first point. And with that, I'm going to end my turn. Druddigon, such a great wall, especially against a basic Pokemon with like 50 or 60 health. Not a whole lot you can do without that 20-point rough skin is a tough one. All right, so looking at my opponent's energy zone, I see Lightning. See another Lightning in the queue. So, and we know that the dragons are going to need some water. So I'm going to assume we're going to see some water Pokemon coming out as well. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put an evolution to Primate. Not going to put down Mankey because I really want to get Aerodactyl on the table. So I'm going to hold off on doing that. With that said, I'll go ahead and I think I'll go after that wall. So I'm going to go ahead and put an energy here. So I'm looking at a 2-shot for the wall. So let's go ahead and see what I can do. What I don't want to do is wait too long and allow my opponent to get Dragonite fully operational. Because then I'm going to be in a world of hurt. So they still have Mew they can use as a wall as well. This particular deck does have Sabrina. There's a second Dratini. Dragonair's already up to 2 energy. So they're on the roll there. There's a good heal. So I'm pulling the heals at least. Mew EX will copy Marshadow Revenge move attack. Yep, you got it. But they're going to have to invest energy over there in lieu of getting Dragonite going. Alright, so Professor's Research. Another Primate, another Marshadow. Boy, I'm really struggling for my old Amber. So, I just don't want to go through that evolution yet. So I'll move this point of energy. I have over onto Hitmonlee. With that, I'll go ahead and throw down another 50-point attack. I started down this path. I need to stick with it now. Rough Skin brings me down to 40. Primate kind of trying to hold it down with 1 energy attacks. Druddigon definitely doing the wall. My opponent looking for their Dragonite. They'll have 3 energy if so, and they're 1 energy away from making the Dragonite attack. And Dragonite's an amazingly strong Pokemon. And at the same time, it's not even an EX. So it takes a lot of effort to go after it for only 1 score. Alright, finally got my old Amber. Old Amber down to the bench. With that, I'll go ahead and assign a point of energy to old Amber. And not a whole lot else I can do. So with that, I'll attack. So Primate, 1 energy, 50-point attack. That's decent. And that brings me down to 20. That's 1 wall gone. The only wall we're seeing so far. Probably Mew to the active spot as a wall. They're thinking over their attack there. Oh, they're going to have to... So they got Dragonite ready to go. So they got their lightning, they got their water. They're putting their second wall on the bench. There's Dragonite, beautiful one-star card. There comes that energy. And let's see how they do. A little bit of luck involved here. They're going to ask Sabrina to come help out. So at this point, I'm going to send Hitmonlee to the front. Oh, did not work out for me. The randomness, I was hoping my Aerodactyl... I was hoping that old Amber would survive, but there's a randomness. Peter, now I have the legendary EX bird, 2 Zapdos EX, 2 Articuno EX, and 1 Moltres EX. Nice, congrats on that. The legendary, not so legendary, or not a legendary EX bird I want is I'm still struggling on my Pidgeot. Okay, so gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask Hitmonlee to retreat. Marshadow to the front. At this point, this match is about over. My opponent had all the good luck. Put another Marshadow down just to spread around that Dragonite damage. I think what I'll do is... if I leave that Dragonite, I mean, my opponent can basically stay with 4 energy. So the Dragonite's the threat. They would have to use 2 energy. They could throw up a... I think what I'll do, though, is I'm going to go ahead and play Sabrina. Oh, man, I ran out of time. Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes I don't think it gives me a minute and a half to play. Sometimes it almost feels like that it just happens too fast. Yeah, I've got one. I don't have a second. I'm just really struggling. All right, there's Dragonite. Good win from my opponent. I really want to put that deck together, but I just can't pull. Now, that said, lately I've been opening Pikachu packs. I just finally finished the last of the genetic Apex cards. I was short that three diamond Zapdos, and so I've been opening packs and then use the pack points to buy that card because I just could not loot it or pull it. So, all right, so there's a loss there. Well played by Dragonite. Okay, level 43 player. Let's see how it goes here. All right. So I've got 2 cards. I've got Marshadow. Actually, I only have 1 card. So there's Marshadow to the front. Go ahead and start the battle. Beautiful looking 1-star Charmander. 2 1-star Charmanders. So Charizard EX. Haven't seen too much of Charizard EX out and about. We'll put... I won't put Old well, I need to... Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and put Old Amber out. I'm not a threat, probably lose a Marshadow on the first. Gonna ask Pokeball. Get a little extra help on this bench. Okay, I've got a Mankey. I'll put that point of energy there. Excuse me, no point of energy. I'm going first. Sabrina don't make sense, so I end my turn. All right, here comes the first point of energy. So we see fire in the energy zone. Makes sense for probably what we're going to see. So typically we would see Moltres EX, we would see Charizard EX. Fire deck against Celebi, for example, is a great play. Or any grass deck, really. Drop rates on some loot. I remember private server, the high rate and the low rate for drop rates. Are there private servers already for... Is that for like regular TCG Live? Is that for which? Okay, so Primate with an evolution. Aerodactyl. And this Aerodactyl only needs 2 energy. Okay. With that said, I'm going to... I really want to get... I'll ask Sabrina to help out because that Moltres is going to try to fire up the bench. And let's see if I can do something before time runs out this time. I'm going to go ahead and put this energy on Marshadow. I'm going to look for some X speeds. I want to pull that card back. With that, I'll go ahead and attack. Or excuse me, I'll go ahead and end my turn. Alright, so Aerodactyl's got its active going. Your opponent can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their active Pokemon. So, still has one on the bench. Oh, yeah, okay, yep, on MMORPGs. Yeah, the big private server, I think, is an amazing story. Is I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. And they went through all those different expansions. And there were some people just holding down the vanilla classic. And then when they started rolling out the older variations, they had to go back to those private server people and they were trying to sue him, and I don't know all what happened. I don't know if you know that story or heard that story, but they actually had to recruit their help because they didn't keep their archives appropriately and didn't keep every iteration of their game. But yeah, private servers are pretty cool. Let's see here. I'm going to, at this point, I want to use my Sabrina again. I'm just going to keep my opponent from heating up those Charmanders and Charmeleon. Going to put this point of energy over here on Aerodactyl. Not going to attack yet because I know it's coming right back. In my turn. I've also played private servers for Star Wars Galaxies. Really enjoyed that game. Also, like City of Heroes, City of Villains, they have private servers out there. I think the community that builds private servers, hats off to them. All right, Moltres EX back to the active spot for a third time. My opponent's been using their energy just to rotate back. Let's see how they do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was big into WoW for a long time. There's one heads, two heads, 2 out of 3. That's not bad. Another Aerodactyl EX. At this point, I'm going to retreat. Put Primate to the front. And get Primate a point of damage, energy. And with that, we'll go ahead and throw a punch. My opponent's going to continue to try to get Moltres fired up. Uh, 140 health. It's not bad for Aerodactyl. They're going to fire up again. So they got 2 out of 3 last time. Let's see how the coin flips treats them this time. Tails, heads, and tails. So they ended up 3 out of 6. Charmeleon's ready to go, saying, hey, where's my Charizard EX? I got a Mankey, but I think I'm going to hold off on that Mankey. I'm going to get Marshadow ready to go. That's a threat for that attack. I'm going to hold off on Mankey because I'm sitting on an Aerodactyl. I really want another Old Amber. With that, I will go ahead. Well, you know, maybe I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and place my Mankey down. I got Primeape as well. Primeape holding it down, 1 energy, 50 attack, 80 health. Not too bad of a card. The Moltres EX has just been trying to heat up the bench. I'm slowly whittling away at it. Again, thanks for joining Pocket and Chill tonight. So, unlike most of my streams where I have kind of an agenda highlighting a certain deck, Pocket and Chill is just like, I'm online, going to visit with any visitors out there. Anyone who is watching, if anyone wants to play any viewer battles, let me know. Budget game, all lowercase, you can do that. Also, trying out a few decks. I tried out a viewer deck for the first half hour. It was a water-based kind of retreat deck. Now I'm taking a look at the deck that I'll be highlighting later in the week. This is the highest placing deck in Ursa's Pocket Tournament from this weekend, yesterday. This one came in 9th place out of over 1,900 competitors. And it's a Aerodactyl Primeape deck, so I'm giving it a try. If you've been following the streams this past week, I've been trying a bunch of different decks. I had a coin flip deck. I had the fast speed, fast play Chatot deck. I've been playing a Marshadow deck. I played a Golem deck. Kind of trying out all the different popular ones. Okay, so I'm going to, at this point, give this second point to Aerodactyl. Actually, whichever one, I'll go ahead and give this to Primate. And with that, I'll go ahead and attack. So my opponent has their Charizard EX, has 5 energy. So we know some big time damage is coming our way. Let's see what they have in mind, what they have planned. So they're sitting on a lot of EX out there. Second Charmander hasn't really been fired up yet. There comes a coin flip. I only wish Aerodactyl was a little more powerful in the sense that its ability only works on the Pokemon in the active spot, but it is what it is. There's another Marshadow for me. I'm going to go ahead and move this energy over to Aerodactyl. And I'm just going to kind of keep whittling away here. So I wouldn't mind having another Marshadow on the bench. I would have 200-point strikes. But until this Primate up front just holding it down until he retires. So they got 8 energy on that Charizard. Here comes poor little Primate. Not a whole lot that's going to happen here with that 80-point health. All right, not a whole lot that can happen there. So with that, Marshadow is going to go to the front. I'm going to go ahead and place this other Marshadow down. I'm going to go ahead and use Pokeball just to pull the other... oh, got a Hitmonlee. Okay. Professor's Research. I'm going to go ahead and place this energy here. And with that, we'll do a revenge attack. Now I'm noticing the error in my way here. I should have kept that other... Well, I couldn't get the Marshadow. If I'd have put 2 Marshadow energy up front, I could have brought that other Marshadow off the bench, out of my hand onto the bench with 1 energy. But unfortunately, that didn't play out. So I misplayed the Aerodactyl's energy right there. Charizard just cleaning house right now. Still has energy to spare. At this point, I don't have a whole lot else going for me, so I'll put Aerodactyl to the front. Let's see what I draw. I don't draw anything that's really of a help. We know Aerodactyl's not going to be able to make a difference. Oops. Good play on my opponent's part. A misplay. Like right now, I could have Marshadowed and took out that Charizard, and that would have tied it up at 2, and I would actually be in the driver's seat. I'd actually be in the driver's seat right now if I would have played that energy appropriately. But I'm learning this deck, so there's something to see there. Is not a whole lot I can do. Giovanni only gets me to 90. But with that, I'll just do what I can. And so I played this incorrectly. Let my opponent finish off. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed, Peter, a couple of them, as I went through further down in the placements, still in the top 3 and 5%. I saw both Mankeys being the promo card. I saw some doing the mix. I saw some just doing the A1, the original Mankey. And that was kind of a mix of all of them. So. Hey Hector, thanks for joining. I just caught your chat. Yeah, I'm just getting the kind of... right now what I'm doing is I am playing the latest kind of sneaking up the meta. Hector, let me go ahead. You guys might hear... Well, let me mute. I just go on mute for 1 second. Just so you guys don't hear me typing. I got my microphone by my system. I'm kind of in a cramped spot here. All right, so Hector, I'll log into Budget Game. So that's all kind of part of what Pocket and Chill, just doing viewer battles. You can battle with other viewers as well. Let me go back out versus private match. And I'll go... Fire this up. All right. And Hector, if you follow the stream at all, I'm pretty low-key, non-competitive. I just like to play and have fun. I know there's a little bit, just a tiny bit of delay between the stream and what's shown. So I'll hang out. I'll try this a few times. Okay. So it's Budget Game, all lowercase. All right, I'll give it another try. Yep, Budget Game, all lowercase. There we go. All right. Hey, Hector. So let's have a good, fun match. Again, I'm not very competitive. I just like to play. I wish I was super smart, like some of those amazing people playing the tournaments. I'm a good basically like an armchair quarterback, calling things after the fact. All right, all I have to start is Mankey. I'm really good at finding my mistakes. I'm not as good at learning from them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the battle. All right, so we got a Hitmonchan. Okay. We got a Mankey, and we got a Machop. Okay, this is going to be fun. All right, so I'm going first. I'm going to go ahead and apply this one energy to my Mankey. I'm going to ask Pokeball to help out. I'm going to go ahead and place Hitmonlee to the bench. And with that, I will go ahead and... Yep. Hitmonchan with... I'm going to go ahead... and play Sabrina. Okay. And go ahead and throw a kick. 20 points of damage. All right, how's my audio sounding tonight? I move my audio around and my video around. I'm actually almost like blogging daily on my community page. Both my technology woes and my fixes. So I moved. Yesterday I upgraded my USB to USB-C to micro USB cable on my microphone to try to help out. All right. Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and go Primate. Wow, he's already got Machoke. Almost to Machamp. My boy Machamp. I'm going to place this energy here. And with that, I'll do a punch. So I've been kind of... Oh, good. I'm glad it's coming in good. I was running my microphone out of my single USB-C port and my video off a standard older USB. And it wasn't really the smartest thing because video needs a lot more speed. Beautiful card there. Wow. Wow. Beautiful card. Hector, that's an awesome looking card. And so I swapped out my audio over to regular USB, and then plug my iPad via the video capture card into my USB-C for the faster speeds. Okay, so let's we got that jab facing me. I've got an X speed, so at this point I'm gonna go ahead and put the second energy on Marshadow. So I learned my lesson last time when I don't know what to do with that energy. Do I play a Sabrina? No, not yet. I'll go ahead and do a punch on Hitmonchan. Just a tiny static. Okay. Very little. I'll have to, I've got a decent microphone, but I'm almost wondering if I'm going to have to upgrade. There's my two Aerodactyls, but no Amber. And bring this energy over to Hitmonlee. And with that, I'll go ahead and punch. Got my cable here. I'm moving closer to my microphone. I'll move my cable a little bit, but I don't think there's a whole lot else I could do right now. There we go. Machamp EX to the active spot. Third energy coming its way, most likely. Primate in the back. Another Cubone on the bench. Bam! 120 points of damage. That was a great strike. Great strike. Let's go with Marshadow. With that, first thing I'm gonna do is play Sabrina. So I won't worry about anything else. I'm not going to extend this out. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Thicker insulation. Oh, okay. Good match, Hector. That was a real good match. And that's an amazing looking card. I do not have that card. I wish I did. But great match there, Hector. All right. Anyone else want to play a match before I continue on? Either Hector, if you want to play again, or Peter, or Wada. What I'm playing tonight now is this 9th place Aerodactyl EX Primate deck that was kind of started to show up in Ursa Day's Pocket Tournament. She had over 1,900 participants. All right. Okay, so Hector just had a match, so Wada, you're next, and then back to Hector again. All right. So I really don't know a whole lot with this deck. I've already I'm catching some of the mistakes. I'm learning live here on the stream. All right, Peter, maybe a little bit later. He's got to, yep, you got to charge a second device. I hear you. All right. There's a heads on the coin flip. Man, I'm always so jealous, Wada. I always see those amazing cards. How do you get that? From what I understood, you have to really exchange a lot of like crown cards or something. Am I mistaken, or Mankey to the front, Marshadow? Because I looked at those, I saw those in there, and it's like, there's no way I could ever get those. With that, I'll start the battle by selling Immersive. Immersive is 24 ticket. Oh, okay. And what is it? It's 30 for the card backings? Okay, let's one Hitmonlee. And I'll end my turn. Change a star. 26 for the playmat. Okay. You got the playmat at 26, and is it? Are they all 26? I thought one of them was like 30 or something. Uh-oh. Hold on, I don't understand what's... I gotta get me a better cable. I see another cable I need to replace. Okay, so... Primate, we're gonna go with the upgrade. Gonna go ahead and assign that one energy. Gonna place down Old Amber. 12 for the back, 12 for the coin, and 26 for the playmat. All right. I don't think I have any duplicates though. I'll have to look. I mean, those cards are so cool looking. I kind of would like to have that card with the old Giovanni as my icon. Just seems really cool. Oh my gosh, look at that Aerodactyl. Dang, dude. You got it going on. Card sleeve, yeah. Okay, wow. Dang. Alright, well, I'm going to play an Aerodactyl as well. Unfortunately, it looks nowhere as cool as yours, Wada. With that said, I'm going to give Marshadow his energy. And with that, I will go ahead and attack. Primate just kind of holding it down with 50-point shots. Thanks everyone for joining tonight. It's this Pocket and Chill. We're just playing some matches. I highlighted a viewer request deck earlier. It was a water kind of retreat deck. Now I'm playing the kind of the latest potential meta breaking deck. Was found in Ursa Day's tournament from yesterday. He had over 1,900 competitors. This deck came in 9th place. Was the highest placing Aerodactyl deck. There was another one, I think, in like, I want to say 15th place. And it did really well. There's a nice bit of damage right there. Watt is on the board. Marshadow to the front. Good old Marshadow is going to has me thinking right now. Okay, well, I'll stick with my original plan. The brain cells are thinking. Yeah, I could tell, Wada, you're a collector. You've got all the cool cards. You'd be the popular kid at school. All right, thinking through. There's a good strike there. You're up 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. Fighting types are so strong against lightning, dark colors, but weak against psychic and grass here in TCG Pocket. Yep. I enjoy the fighting types. Alright, well, we know I gotta do this. You know what, I almost... Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any energy here. I'm going to go ahead and assign this point of energy to Aerodactyl. Of course, you can see my hand. I'm not going to play my Sabrina yet. Just because I can't really attack anyway. But I played Sabrina. You still have Marshadow or someone else who could help out with the retreat. You don't need more than 2 energy, so it's not like I'm going to take you away from anything. With that, I will end my turn. I don't think you failed. I think you got this. You kind of got the lead and kind of in the driver's seat. I've got no. I've got a little bit. I've at least got one EX that looks healthy. But yeah, that's what I was worried about. Right there, you had the card I was worried about. Good play, good play. Amazing card. And a nice win. Good job, Wada. All right. Another match in the books. Okay, so Peter is on charge. So Hector, are you still there? I'm going to go ahead and fire up again. Hector wants a rematch. Yeah, can always use good luck. Well, if you follow my streams, you know that there's only one type of luck I get, and it's not the good type. All right. Hector got the nice looking card backs there, the sleeves. All right, Mankey to the front. Marshadow to the bench. And with that, I'll start the match. All right, there we go. Got Ponyta. We got the A1 version, not the A1A version. All right, this will be a good match. Let's go with Professor's research to start. Let's see if Professor Oak can help me out here a little bit. Giovanni and a primate. All right, well, I've been having good luck with this little 1 energy primate. Yeah, that Sabrina was an amazing pull. That was a great job. All right, I have no energy, so with that, we'll start the energy rounds. Okay, Pokeball. Oh, nice looking Charmander. Obviously, we're going against a fire deck. Got a little good mix going. Ponyta. A nice little 20-point strike. Boom. Okay. I'm still missing my Ambers. But I'm going to put Hitmonlee down. And good old Mankey's going to Primate. Gonna give him his 1 energy. This guy's been a warrior for me. Let's go ahead and punch for 50. I was thinking about using my Giovanni, but Hector, I decided to not use it. Maybe I should have. That'd teach me. Oh, probably. Actually, I couldn't because I did Professor's research anyway. All right, Rapid Dash. Nice strike there. All right, so I know Marshadow needs a point of energy. I've learned that lesson. Maybe even 2, if you have it. Pokeball. No matter what I pull, it's not going on my bench. I'm not going to X speed back. So what I'm going to do is attack. Crimson Storm 200, yeah. Yeah, amazing attack. There's nothing in this, and nothing in the all the cards that can survive that, right? I think 180 is the highest health. But Gyarados. Who else has 180? Charizard. Or is there a 190 somewhere? Okay, so that's a nice strike right Got the Pokeball. I'm gonna go ahead and use that Pokeball. Venusaur, that's it. I thought there was a 190 floating around somewhere. I'm gonna put Mankey down. Actually, I'm gonna put Marshadow down. And with that, I'll put this Revenge Energy right here. And I'll attack. Hector, I don't think your deck's treating you very well. You're kind of still Charmander. It's you haven't got the greatest of deals. You're getting the deals I normally get. Another Charmander. Both one stars. Very nice looking cards. What does Gengar EX have? It's up there too, isn't it? Not at 190. There's a good Charmeleon. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, let me think about this for a second. We know what that's about to turn into. I'm going to go ahead and put this energy over here. I'm not having any luck getting my... I'm going to go ahead and use my Giovanni now. I'm still holding out. I know what's coming. Snorlax EX. Fictional set 2 card. Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. I'm not really impressed with the Snorlax that we have available to us right now. Play Pokemon Go and I feel like just a monster of a beast when I'm playing Snorlax. But in this game, Snorlax feels pretty weak. Oh man, Hector, you're just not... it's one of those matches that you're just not getting the cards you need. Well, I'll just go ahead and finish it. All right. Great match, Hector. Your deck lost you that one, not you, for sure. You just could not get that beast of a fire lizard going. Yeah, thanks, Hector. Actually, and then I need to thank your deck because your deck really cheated you out on that one. All right. Let's see. Peter's probably still charging. Wada, you want to play again? Let's see here. You know, I've got a few others on the stream. My streams are pretty small generally. Does anyone else want to play? Here, I'll do this. Let me go on mute real quick. I've got a few other people on the stream. They're probably from India and Indonesia. Let me just type this in. Maybe we'll get something happen. I'm just going to mute for a second so you don't have to hear me typing. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to queue in, and let's just see if anyone else joins. Got some extra streamers on, or viewers on there. Pretty much 90% of my views on streams actually come from India and Indonesia. 90-something%. My US views are usually like 3% or 5%, pretty much on everything I do, except for shorts. Shorts are the only thing where the US makes the largest population of views for me. I'm gonna try again. But when it comes to long videos, although I don't really produce long videos, or when it comes to streams, almost everything comes from India and Indonesia. That's where I caught fire. And I went from 1,400 subscribers to 122,000 in like less than 3 weeks. So, but I think I'm wrestling a language barrier to really stay in touch with my subscribers. All right, so it doesn't look like anything's going to go. All right, so Hector or Wada, if you guys want to battle, feel free to jump in. I'll go ahead and start one up again. Again, I'm just playing this Aerodactyl EX. You guys want to take a look at it, build out. Yeah, English, I figured that. Yep. I've watched a couple of your streams. I'm liking what you got going. I like your overlay. Everything looks really cool. Your virtual avatar looks pretty cool. All right, well, I'll go ahead and move back to regular event matches with this deck. If anyone wants to play again, just let me know. Opponent found, level 35, that's up there. Okay. So Awada, is it, are you suggesting just doing the immersives? You can also trade in crowns as well, or can you trade in more than just crowns? Oh. All right, I found somebody who was helping me out. Here, I'm gonna go look real quick. Oops, I forgot to say thanks. Oh well. I know they're just trying to help out. All right, so let's do this. Go into the shop. Special. So it's 12 for the coin, 12, 26. All right, so if I go here, it says, yeah, you don't have enough at the exchange. Oh, okay. So let me go look at what I have. Yeah, to trade crown, you would need 2 and a copy. Immersive. You still need... Okay. Yeah, I only have 1 crown. So I haven't been fortunate with crowns. Let me just scroll through here. Alright, so... obviously I wouldn't want to get rid of that one, because that one was my secret mission. I have only 1 of these, which is really cool. I have 1 of these. And I have 1 of these. That's it. So I guess until I at least get... And then everything else, these are all 2s right here. Alright. Doesn't quite look like I have enough duplicates to... And then, of course, the 1 gold crown I have. At least it's with the Mewtwo, which is maybe 2 stars? Let's see, so maybe 2 stars. Well, let's just... So, I'm not going to do it, but... So, see, I haven't even done this yet. So, does it happen? I have never even thought about doing this because shop tickets. All right, so where do I go here? I'm looking right now. Check flare to check. Okay. Oh. Sort. Let's sort by. I'm trying to sort by. Where's my sort at? Well, it's what happened to the rest of the sort. I used to be able to sort by the number of. I just usually play. All right. Well, let's go to the 2 diamonds. I know where they're at. 1 diamond, 1 diamond, 1 diamond, 1 diamond, 2 diamond. I only have one of those. Okay, so that would give me 5, huh? Okay, so I have enough shop tickets. Let me just, while I'm here, now that I know where to look, there's 12. $64, holy moly. All right, so that 2 diamond gave 5. Does 1 diamond do anything? Gives 1. Okay. Wow. That's pretty amazing for a crown. Now, if I go back to the shop, so I never even really pay attention. So special. So see, special I have 0. Now, if I go back to tickets, I have enough to buy 2. I assume that's 2. So that really wouldn't get me anywhere anyway. But I could look at the back here again. Well, I want to know what happened. I used to be able to sort by number of cards and everything else. There must be. Oh, I know what it is. It's when I do this. Duplicates. All right. Now let me go down to the bottom. All right, so yeah, maybe this wasn't the best way to do it either. No, I guess I'm not liking it that way. All right, so it's 2 diamond. Oh, what? All right, well, at another time, I'll have to look through that, see if there's anything I want to give up, so. All right, well, let's move on. So, thanks for walking me through that. Let's continue on. I'm going to go ahead and start a match, but if anyone wants to play another match, let me know. So I've just got a few viewers on. Just my normal crew. I think 4 immersive and 2 diamond. Wow, that's pretty impressive, Wada. You definitely got the collector badge going. More shout out to the active spot. Now, Peter, so Wada, are you not free to play then? I mean, I don't care one way or the other if you spend money or not. I mean, people got to spend money to keep the game going. But Peter, I know you're pretty much a free to play. I'm what I would call a low. How do I want to say it? I'm a low funds player. All right. Let's see. Who's Water and Whimsy? Oh, that's my girlfriend. She might be watching right now. Okay. All right. So let's see how this goes. Mankey. So maybe we're up against a mirror match. Yeah, I is there something a little bit smaller than Dolphin? Maybe, But yeah, Peter, I think you got it down. All right, so I've got Marsh out on the front. I'm going to ask Professor Oak. Yeah, I would definitely consider myself, yeah, like a... Well, yeah, maybe a baby dolphin or maybe a dolphin. I don't know. I went crazy on the expansion. I had to buy a decent chunk of poke gold to do that, so that might in itself qualify me for something a little bit more than a baby dolphin. I'm not sure. But maybe somewhere, yeah, baby dolphin, teen dolphin. Somewhere in that neighborhood. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll put this energy right here. And I'm gonna end my turn. Well, that's pretty amazing. That's cool. So I take it, have you let me look at the chat. You said you were missing one card? The Articuno full art. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a pretty amazing. That is really amazing. Aerodactyl for the evolution. Oh, now, of course, I get the X speed, but oh well. X speed. I can save my energy point. Marshadow is going to retreat. Mankey to the front. Mankey with a point of energy. And with that, I think I'll play Sabrina. We've seen how strong Mankey is when it turns into a primate. All right, so we'll go ahead and throw a low kick. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's really impressive, Wada. Of the bird trio. You get full art, Articuno, Moltres, and you get the bird trio. Now, wow, that's just amazing. Well, hopefully you get it. I probably don't have it. All right, Aerodactyl to the front. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm going to go ahead and give Marshadow this energy, just so I'll not have to spend it somewhere else. I have it if I need it. And I think I will use my Sabrina again. Yeah, Gengar is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. My closet's kind of not filled, but I have multiple Gengar shirts. And I have little Gengar items around my office space. I have a Gengar neon light that's purple up against a wall. Looks like a neon sign. Okay, my opponent. Oh, no. I'm going to time out. I'm not even going to get a chance to attack. Oh, okay, good. Mankey to the front. I'll do a low kick, and I think I lost. Psyduck and Gengar. Psyduck's really cool. I really like Psyduck. And Gengar, yep. Koga full art. Okay. How about you, Peter? You have any favorite Pokemon? All right. It looks like my opponent's back, Marshadow. I want to get my Hitmonlee on the bench. I think that's a great combination. Yeah, he is funny. I like watching him in the cartoons. Or I should say the anime. Alright, so I'm just going to leave Mankey in the front right there. So I'm going to give Aerodactyl an energy. And with that, I'll throw a low kick. The Milkman. The Milkman bringing it home. It changes. Yeah, I can see that. I have so many favorites. Marshadow. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Okay. Aerodactyl with a good old land crush. Ties it up. More shadow to the front. Got a Pokeball. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Put this Marshadow on the bench. Give Marshadow this energy. And ask Giovanni to help out. That puts me within 30, so if that one doesn't heal my stretch kick, in case it retreats, my thought is if Aerodactyl doesn't receive a heal, then I can use Hitmonlee to chase after it. Oh yeah, that would be cool. A full art Psyduck, yeah. That would be super cool. Alright, so there's a strike, that's 2. And of course, Hitmonlee, so I'm just following suit with my plan. Professor's research. I'm going to go ahead. Yep, they see it coming. Alright, good match. Kind of had the mirror match there. I think I just was dealt the better hand, not necessarily the better player. And with that, we'll move on to the next match. So, Wada, are you going to start, I've seen you've done a couple of tests. Are you going to start, I know you said at the beginning of the year you're going to start streaming. Are you going to start doing daily streams now? Dural. I don't even know that Pokemon. I'm only really familiar with the Pokemon franchise from Pokemon Go on. January. Well, you're down to a couple more days. Do you have a like a schedule of when you think you might be streaming and stuff like that? Anything fits with your schedule, or is it just going to be kind of random? Or Dora, Duraludon is like a metal Godzilla. Oh wow, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm just familiar from about Pokemon Go on. So if it's in Pokemon Go, I know about it. But other than that, I don't. Never really played the TCG, just a little bit. I dabbled in it just a little bit years ago. My girlfriend's son, he's into collecting the cards. Matter of fact, we played some today. We bought one of those instructional battle decks. It comes with a board, markers, dice, 3 60-card decks, 1 lightning, 1 dark, I think 1 fire. And it kind of explains everything. So we've been doing that. That's been fun. All right, so I'm going to start off with Pokeball. Talented up front. Good old Venoshock was one of my candidates where I was going to go with the Venoshock. Looks like I'm up against a fire deck. Marshadow to the bench. No Amber to get my Aerodactyl going. I'm going to go ahead. So I got the other Mankey this time. This is the other version of the Mankey, which is the coin flip one. I'm probably going to go ahead and do a Sabrina. So if I'm going to coin flip and win, I might as well take out the Vulpix while I'm at it. And with that, here we go. Of course not. Yeah, I need to quit being so lazy and do the same thing. I just, I haven't really taken the time or had the time to try to get myself branched out and explore another medium and then use a single stream to do on both for extra views. But that's a great approach. All right, well, I gambled with my Mankey. It didn't work out. I used my Sabrina. Coin flip treated me bad. You need to use Streamlabs. All right, so... Man. Well, I'm going to have to go with what I have. Marshadow. Going to put this energy on Marshadow. And I'm going to flip a coin again. Now, this time I'll probably get it when I don't need it. Yep, as much. Oh, okay. Well, you have to stay in touch and let me know how all that goes, because ultimately I'm going to have to tackle those things as well. I finished writing out my tech stack. I just haven't had a chance to post it yet to my community page, but feel free to leave your thoughts on what I got going, as well as if you are interested, maybe leave me a comment with how you're running yours. You know, I'm always looking for input and how other people are doing it to see where I can improve on my own. Okay, my opponent takes the early lead. Marshadow to the front. Boy, I'm just not getting a whole lot going here. We'll do this revenge. That ties it up. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of learning by trial, learning by fire. I do some watching of YouTube videos as well. But part of the fun for me is kind of the exploration of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you got to really focus on multiple mediums too, if you're trying to really make some money out of it. Hitmonlee to the bench. Where are my Ambers at? Ambers are killing me. I'm going to go ahead and place that energy on Marshadow. And with that, I will attack. My opponent doesn't look like they're having the greatest luck with their hand either. They got a pretty big hand. Yeah, the hardest thing on YouTube is getting the watch hours. Now, you can also, with your channel, if you want, you can invest some of your own money. If you're treating it like a business, you can invest some of your own money to basically advertise your channel through your videos. You won't get credit for watch hours doing that, but you can do that as well. Okay, so Lazzle with the poison. Okay, a couple primates. Don't have a Mankey. Might as well give the second energy to Marshadow. I learned that already. I'm going to use this X speed to retreat. I'm going to go ahead and bring forward this other Marshadow. Well, I thought I was going to. Retreat. Better hurry up before I lose my attack. Alright, so I got rid of the poison by retreating back. Alright, monetization, nice. So now you just have to do the same thing in YouTube, just get your monetization going. That's the hard part for me, is getting the watch time. Hence where I'm looking for a game to get in during beta. And if you can get in something during beta and establish yourself, I really think that's the route to go to get your watch time up. Alright, my opponent's thinking. Yeah, you basically need the average. I went through the average to get fully monetized. Good strike with Magmar. 11 hours a day for 365 days straight. So each day, if you're above 11, you're doing good. If you're below 11, you're falling behind. Okay, so put Marshadow to the front. This was kind of a poorly dealt hand on both opponents here. Okay, I finally got a Mankey. I finally got an old Amber. I need to... What does this one do for damage? 40 more. Right here is a 30 point, but they could have a Giovanni. So I'm going to go ahead and use an X speed. I'm going to retreat. Put Hitmonlee in for the moment. I give Hitmonlee the energy. And with that, I'm going to do a stretch kick. Tied up 2. Trying to buy myself a little bit of time here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, thank you, Wada. That's nice. That's definitely a good way to help with the metrics. Yeah, I hear that's going to be a pretty great game, too. Alright, so my turn here. I'm going to go ahead and go Primate. I'm going to go Aerodactyl. I'm going to go ahead and retreat. And bring Aerodactyl to the front. And go ahead and place this energy on Aerodactyl. And do Pokeball. And with that, end my turn. Oh, okay. Well, good luck on trying to getting monetized on YouTube. It's definitely a little bit of a chore. Good play by my opponent. This will win the game for them, unfortunately for me. Magmar coming through. Good play. And they won the game. Yeah, and Wada, you'll probably find you can get your watch hours up quicker if you just stream than if you produce videos. You know, and they say evergreen videos are good, videos that basically, you know, withstand the test of time and are helpful. But with Pocket, things are changing so much, I don't think we can really have evergreen videos. Maybe just on how to play basics, but meta decks and all of those are always changing, so I don't see any of them becoming evergreen. So I'm not planning on any long-term watch hours from, you know, the long-form videos I produce. All right, searching for another opponent. All right, Tails. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. It always gets me. I try not to either. And I'll start the battle. But most people, they don't like that anyway. So as soon as they come across that, they kind of write you off at that point. At least, and I know I do that. I wouldn't be surprised if someday YouTube has an option where you can tap or click and say, hey, this was a clickbait. All right, so I've got an old Amber this time. And I'm going to play this Pokeball. There's a Mankey. I'll go ahead and put the Mankey to the front. I got the old coin flip Mankey. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to use my X speed. I'm going to bring Marshadow back. Put Mankey in the front. Now, last time I had a chance to do this right up front, and my coin flip failed me. So let's try again. Of course, tails and tails. All right. Ah, man, I'm coming to the conclusion I don't like this version of the Mankey. I have poor coin flips. Yeah, I know. I see that all kinds of times. You'll be 99% win rate, or, you know, all these kind of things. All right, Hitmonlee. So I'm going to make a change to this deck. I'm getting rid of the Mankey with the coin flip. I should know better because I suck at coin flips. My opponent's already at Executor. Executor. I'm going to put a Hitmonlee down. Going to get my Aerodactyl down. I've got the full complement going here. I'm going to go and put this energy right here. And with that, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, there's a goof on my part. Yeah. Yeah, but they cut only, yeah, I hear ya. I don't claim to be any, you know, if I was a tournament player, I know there's some guys out there who have, and gals who have played for a long time, and they're great resources to watch for learning. That's unfortunately not me. So I can only stream to what I know. All right, professor's research. So I can just kind of call it like it is and say, hey, I screwed up, like just a moment ago. Of course, when I'm playing and streaming, I don't have a tendency to pay as good as attention. So I don't know, Wada. Hopefully you can be dialed in and stream and talk all at the same time. I sometimes struggle with that. Marshadow's going to get a point of energy. And with that, I'm going to attack. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it can only be you. You know. I'm kind of just be yourself, and you know, those who will want to follow you and watch you, it's because of you. I mean, ultimately, what? Who knows how many thousands of Pokemon channels and people streaming? So, you know, it's the ones who go, hey, I like what Watt is doing. I like, you know, his delivery. He's fun to visit with. He's, you know, cool. That's really what it comes down to. All right, so what's going on? We got War Turtle. I'm not even paying attention to the game. All I'm doing is assigning energies and attacking. So, got the early lead though, but that really doesn't mean much. I've already wasted 1 energy on my primate, but I guess I can use it to retreat. Yeah, yep, that will be. But, you know, right now, based on my results, based on what's happened to my channel, Pocket is just on fire in Indonesia and in India. Even tonight, when I go and look at my viewers, almost all my views will come from India and Indonesia. So, yeah, maybe you can make it work. All right. I think Blastoise EX is coming my way. I don't see a whole lot of Blastoise EX. I was hoping this these new expansion would change the meta a little bit and Blastoise would become more popular. 40-point Wave Splash. Alright, so let's start with Professor's research. I do need to pay attention a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and retreat. I'm going to put in Aerodactyl. Give Aerodactyl this energy. And with that, I'll do an attack. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Blastoise. Almost wanted to just not do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just kind of started with Brawl Stars and just kind of dived in. My very first videos, I was just doing, I was literally playing Brawl Stars on my iPad. I was recording from my iPad at the same time, and you just kind of slowly evolved, but I didn't come up with any type of lore or anything like that. Alright, second Executor. And another War Turtle in the back. Maybe it'll happen after all. Okay, so I'm going to go with... I'm going to ask Sabrina to help out. I kind of want to see Blastoise. Oh well. Man, I stopped War Turtle twice now. That's bad on my part. I wanted to see Blastoise. Okay, so I'm going to make a quick adjustment to this deck. I'm actually really liking this. I just have to get rid of the coin flips. I should know better. I mean, oh, date's changed. Gonna hit tap to start. Thanks again for joining tonight. I know, let's see, nope, I just have the same crew. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, let's go ahead and change this deck out. I'm gonna get rid of the coin flip Mankey. And add the other one back. Oops. All right, that one gave me an opportunity to win something early, but just not happening. So let's try this. Oh, let's make sure I saved it. Yep, okay. Yeah. Versus event. All right, back to the next match. Werebear before. Very nice. Okay, so here we go. Marshadow to the front. Nothing else going on that I can start with. Start the battle. I always play Druid in games. So do you play... Okay. When I was playing World of Warcraft, I played a Druid once. And then I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I've played a Druid type character in there as well. But those are great characters. Okay, Pokeball to start. Got a Hitmonlee to the bench. Yeah, Professor Oak to help out. Monks are cool. Okay, I've got an Old Amber to the bench. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play my X speed. I'm going to retreat back. Put Hitmonlee to the front. Give Hitmonlee some energy, and I'm going to attack that back Growlithe. And that's my turn. I like monks for all the kind of the hand-to-hand combat martial arts. I do Taekwondo when I'm not hurt. But I really enjoy Taekwondo up until I hurt my back. So, always kind of being fascinated with the monk. All right, Arcanine EX right out of the gate. Needs a couple more energy. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a Pokeball. Marshadow, but I'm not gonna play it down yet. Gonna go with Professor's Research. There's a Mankey, so that might give me the full suite. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down the Mankey. I'm gonna give this energy to Marshadow. Oh, okay, that's really cool. And with that, I will go ahead. And my opponent got 2 Growlithe to 2 Arcanine. What a good deal. Why don't I get deals like that? Well, my deals are always the horrible ones, it seems like. I need to, like, you know, have a stream that just says, hey, if you want to see kind of like bad deal, dealt hands, and bad coin flips, this is the stream to tune into. All right, there's Ponyta, A1A version. So I'm assuming maybe we got a Blaine floating around in this deck. Arcanine's 1 point closer to getting ready to make things happen. Go ahead and do this evolution to Primate. Two and a 1. So I'm going to force them to maybe play an X speed here. I think I'm going to go ahead and assign this energy here. And I'll play a Sabrina. If they're sitting on X speed, they're good. I assume they're gonna. Are they gonna put the Ponyta up front? Let's see what they do. They do go that route. Okay. And with that, I'll do a stretch kick over Ponyta. Just whittling away at that Arcanine in the back. It's not going to last for too much longer, though. All right, Peter, take care. Thanks for joining. Catch up with you again soon. All right. I'll probably, that's a couple hours in. I'll probably go for just a little bit longer and then wrap up for the night. This Pocket and Chill. Waiting to see what my opponent has planned. Point flip, 30 more points of damage. No, doesn't happen. All right. I think finally got an Aerodactyl. With that, I think I will... What will I do? I'll bring that other Arcanine. Well, that's going to turn into a Rapidash. Don't have a Giovanni. I can't make that reach to take out the Ponyta with Primate. Marshallow's in the clutches waiting. So I think I'll just go ahead and continue this stretch kick with Hitmonlee. Alright. So that should be enough to get the Ponyta back off out of the active spot, and they can get Arcanine going. So Ponyta is going to turn into Rapidash. So that Blaine can help out with a strike. Come on, Rapidash. Where are you? Blaine's all ready to help out. Time to show up. Time to attack. You don't want to waste your Blaine. Yeah, that would be really cool. They need a stretch kick version of Giovanni. Uh-oh, what happened to my opponent? They played Blaine. I hope they didn't miscalculate Blaine, thinking that Ponyta would help, so they would roll 40 plus 30. They've got the second energy, so Rapidash has to be there. Come on. If they're I wonder if they're playing the 4100 version. Oh no. They must have had a mistake there. Uh-oh. That's something I would do. Alright, well, feel bad for my opponent on that one. I'm gonna give Aerodactyl an energy. And amazingly, Hitmonlee stretch kicks Arcanine all the way down to 0. Oh, okay. Bruno sounds pretty cool. Gives me a 2-0 lead. Pokeball. My opponent's sitting on a lot of cards, so they must have been dealt a pretty brick of a hand. So tonight, I've started off going through a viewer's deck, Retreat Watered deck with Articuno, Misty, had Vaporeon in it, Starmie EX. Played that for about the first half hour of the stream. And then I've transitioned over to this deck that was 9th place in the largest Pokemon tournament on on the tournament for Ursa Days on Limitless TCG Pocket tournament. She had over 1,900 competitors. This deck came in 9th place. There was another deck very much similar to it, and I think 15th place, and there were a few more as well. So it's kind of sneaking up the charts. So I thought I would give it a try. Arcanine EX with a great hit there. At this point, I'll put in Marshadow. Primate. I'm going to place this other Marshadow on the bench. I'm going to go ahead and give Marshadow a point of energy. And with that, I'm going to strike for 100. Yeah, I think that's it exactly, Wada, now that you say it. So playing this deck, I was surprised to see Mewtwo EX Gardevoir still kind of sitting right up there at the top. I was surprised to see Pikachu EX, Zebstrika sitting at the top. Saw some Gyarados EX, Druddigon sitting up at the top. And then there was this deck, top 10. There's a good strike on opponents at point. They tie it up at 2. And it's my turn. And with that, Revenge. Yeah, I forget Aerodactyl. I kind of just use an Aerodactyl just for the other point, but yeah, having it in the active spot and then evolving, it definitely worked out. Yeah, I think he did. All right. So I think I'm going to wrap up unless anyone, Wada, I think it's just you, Whimsy, and maybe one other. Does anyone want one last viewer battle? Or if not, I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream for the night. Go ahead and finish this off. All right, one more game. All right, I'm just going to keep playing the same deck. Let me just fire it up. Budget game, all lowercase. Budget game, all lowercase. Fire it off. We'll do one game and then we'll wrap it up unless someone else happens to connect in and wants to play. All right. So, seeing your deck, I got some goals. And try. Okay. Yeah, let's see how that goes for you. Mankey to the active spot. And with that, last match of the night for me. Ooh, Gengar. Nice. Let's see. So I've got Old Amber. I'm going to go ahead and place that. Got Professor's Research. I'm going to play Professor Oak. Let's see if he helps me out on this last match of the night. More Shadow to the bench. Turn 1, I have no energy. So with that, I finish. Alright, so Wada's going to try the slab. Got his Psychic deck going. There's a nice strike right out of the gate. Of course, I'm weak to that attack. I'm going to go ahead and do an evolution here. Just so I have a little bit more power there. I'm going to ask Sabrina to help out. Go ahead and place this there. And I'm going to make a gamble here that I'm gambling you don't have a Giovanni. Because if you do, my critter's gone. Primeape is gone. Alright, so Wada thinking through options. Got that beautiful sleeve back, the beautiful cards, got the beautiful playmat. Something I'm going to aspire to try to get. Haunter. Evolution. Very good. That'll take out my Primeape. There's a mythical slab. Alright, didn't get a Pokemon. Card went to the bottom of the deck. Now, if that was me playing it, that was probably a professor's research that went down to the bottom. Wada with the early lead. Good job, Wada. A Marshadow to the active spot. I really need some hand help here. I'm going to go ahead and put Marshadow there. I missed an Aerodactyl. I don't have another Mankey. At this point, I'll put this energy here. And not a lot I can do. Great deck to play against a fighting deck. Psychic, you're getting that extra 20 points every shot. Game changer. There it is, Gengar EX. Very nice. We've got an active shadowy Spellbind. Can't use any supporter cards. Beautiful looking card. So there's Professor's research, but when I try to use it, I can't. Gengar locking it down. Marshadow. Not that I can do anything there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to give up hopes on my Aerodactyl. Not a whole lot I can do right now. I'm kind of... Wada's in the driver's seat on this one. There's a Mew to the bench. Mew EX. Pookie Shot getting ready to come up. 100 points of damage against this deck is the 120. This will put Wada up 2-0. Good job, Wada. I'm going to go here, and of course it's academic at this point. Now I get Aerodactyl. Go ahead and do this. I'll at least get one attack on Gengar, and then Gengar will finish me off for the night. Good play, Wada. You got me, bested me every match tonight. Good job. Beautiful looking Mew card, too. Alright. Beautiful all the way around. Great play, great cards. Great playmat, everything. Good job, Wada. Alright. Thanks. Alright, so just again, thanks for everyone joining. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good rest of their morning, their afternoon, their evening, or night, depending on where you are on the globe. And a special call out to Peter for joining. Thanks, Peter. Special call out for Wada hanging with me to the end. Also had Hector join for a little bit, and we had some battles there. That was fun. So thanks everyone for the stream. And as always, let's battle.